mothers out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy Mama's Day.
For the moms. We wouldn't be here without moms.
Happy birthday to my wife.
Yes, I was wondering if you were going to give a shout out. Happy birthday and Mother's Day to Mrs.
Team. She carries the team.
Sorry we're late. I spilled one of my drinks all over myself. It was exploding with excitement. It's still leaking somehow. So spilled my drink, but happy Mother's Day. Anybody, I think Mother's Day is awesome just because you
celebrate the people that take care of everybody, including us.
For real. Without getting too emotional. Mother's Day. I remember having fond memories of Mother's Day growing up, dude.
Yes.
Like just doing great things. We used to, my mom, it was, I don't know. It was, you do the brunch and you go to mass and you go to you do all the stuff. And I don't know. It was just, it's one of those days where it's like everything shuts down and it's not about anybody else, but who it should be about. So
I sent my mom a card this year because I'm not getting, she's coming up weekend, but we didn't get to be with her today. So I sent her a card and it was one of those ones after you wrote it, you looked at yourself in the mirror like, that was a good one.
I got her.
I knew I knew sending it. I was like, that was a good one.
Hey, you get one of these?
Yeah. I was like, you still got it in there.
Hey,
you still got it.
Get him with the DB.
Did
mirror.
Did you call her to see if she was crying?
She sent me a nice message back, and I knew I got her.
We felt good about it. For my kids, I wrote fill in the blank. I was like, mommy's favorite this is blank. Yeah. Mommy's favorite bird is blank.
Yeah,
that one's fun to do. And then I made them do answers for me, and I was like, Daddy's favorite thing about mommy is what? And then they wrote
her butt.
They wrote, yeah. They said her feet.
What are you, Rex Ryan?
Dude, I rub her feet, so hey, they take notice. Just let the record show.
What? About 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, I got them all printed out. My mommy's favorite, whatever.
Nice.
I mean, I got pages of these for years to come. I knew I was looking ahead. I'm like, I might not have a printer in a year. Let me go ahead and have extras. So, I'm set.
Those are the best, dude. They're like ad libs, like mom libs. Those are the best.
It's honestly surprising. I mean, obviously, she thought my wife was 28, and for those that are listening, she is 28. But for those that really know,
facts.
But they're pretty spot on. Like they are very.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, they are very aware. One of them was like, "What's my favorite thing to do with mommy?" It's like go shopping, which totally makes sense because it's like what they do. I'm just like, it's I don't know. She knew her color of her eyes, which I was very shocked.
Dude, I love it. I love those things. They're the best.
Think about Texas' wife though. She racked up on Mother's Day. It's like Christmas for her.
Yeah, but terrible for Tex probably. He needs to have a good weekend on DFS or betting.
That's why he's like, I'm not making it tonight. And I'm like, still recovering from Mother's Day.
We're around. Shout out to my mom who came down my mom and dad came down this week and they watched the Levi's flag football game. That was awesome.
Nice.
He went, hey, house call, baby.
Wow, that was a sack, dude.
No.
That was a sack.
Look, I'm going to tell you this right now.
I'm surprised you haven't got jumped by other parents yet, honestly, because I feel like all you do is throw it to your kid. You're that quarterback.
That's what I told my wife after. I was like, I can't. No, dude. I dish it around. You can bet on that.
His son is lucky because I'm sure AK is like, hey, run a little route, and if it's been some time, just go deep. And AK just floats it out there. No. It's probably all they work on in the backyard.
Absolutely not, because it's impossible to do it. They all want to run deep, and they're all only like 5 to 7 years old, and we're playing like 8-year-olds. I don't know what happened in the draft process, but our team is. We got some work to do. We're Coach Moore would the whole line us up across the field. Nobody would pick us. That's us.
Yeah,
That's okay. That's okay. We're
Never
learning.
had season.
Anyways, happy Mother's Day. I almost blew my face off on the grill today. I don't know what happened. Dude,
You having a day?
dude, I was grilling some burgers, and I hit the igniter, and dude, I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure I burnt my eyelashes. I'm pretty sure my arm hair got singed. My hair in the front got singed. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything different. So
You must have left the propane
Gas
on too
on.
long.
no, but that's okay. We're not going to get into a grill debate right now. I was told
You know we're right.
no
Yeah,
because I
obviously
normally
you don't know how to grill.
no, I would
you
cut
leave
it
your
on.
meat touching and you almost blow it up. I mean,
My wife came back inside, and then I screwed up the burgers, and I was like, I don't know what happened. I just this.
How do you
just,
screw
we
up a
gotta-
burger?
I don't know. It wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure I could send my wife out there and she could cook a burger.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. She even she noticed. She goes, "Is something wrong with these?" Like I put them on there for the same temp.
gosh.
That's bad.
That's bad,
What?
dude.
What?
I wouldn't have said that on the air.
What?
Would you not cook
Something
them long
wrong
enough?
with these.
Wait, I did. What did I just say? I don't even remember what I just said.
Your wife
Your
asked you if
wife-
something was wrong with the burgers.
Oh. She did. As soon as I pulled them on, I put them on the plate. And she's like, "What is wrong?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. They don't look cooked. I don't know what happened."
I'm
Wow,
about to text T-Bird right now and tell him that he needs to go down to New Bern and give you a lesson on how to do
bad.
smash burgers.
It was bad. I don't know what happened. I was all jacked up from. I guess I got flustered. I got the crowd noise got to me. I was,
Mm.
You can't cook
But,
under pressure, dude. You couldn't cook the pancakes under pressure. You can't cook burgers under pressure.
That Kilgore gave me some faulty equipment there. That was his fault. He gave me these
It's always
pancakes
somebody else's
I've
fault,
never even
dude.
seen before. Yeah, have you ever heard the show?
Hey,
So
not enough knuckles, BMO says.
there's 2 games on right now.
Why didn't you cook like BMO cooks and just buy it in a store and
Dude,
take
yeah.
a picture
Hey,
of the grill?
let me send this to the boys. Let me send this meal that I made to the boys.
Yeah,
8-course meal. I bought all of it except for the steaks, which I didn't even show. So, 2 games on. We got the Leafs and the Panthers. This is dangerously close for the Leafs to getting back to. Are they going to do it? Are they going to Leaf themselves? And then we've got Indiana playing the Cavaliers, and I think the first round fooled us for the NBA because Indiana is winning by 40.
Almost 50.
Yeah, that's
I
pathetic.
haven't watched the NBA basketball game this year that it's been within 25 points.
The first round of the playoffs, I kept watching. Like I have again the 2 TV system. I have the 2 TVs, and I turn if there's 2 hockey games on, I watch those. If there's not, I watch an NBA game. And I was fooled. I'm like, oh, their scores are close. That's cool. No, this round has not been. There's been some blowouts here. I think the NBA can't help itself. How do you a 1 seed and you're down by 50? So anyway, shout out all the moms.
Don't they have a lot of people hurt?
Yeah, I think so. It is episode 241, May 11th, National Hostess Cupcake Day. In 1950 is when the Hostess cupcakes were improved by including the white squiggly lines on top and the vanilla filling inside. Do you like those? I have not had one of those in a long time.
I don't like anything with white filling inside.
Okay.
Can't do it.
Okay. You don't like Twinkies?
No.
You don't like a calzone, technically white filling?
No, that has meat.
You don't like Boston cream donut?
No, I don't like cream inside of anything.
Really?
Yeah.
How have I known you this long? I didn't know that. Edge, do you like the cream? You don't like cream betweens? You remember that?
I've never had a Hostess cupcake thing before.
What?
Never had it, dude.
Never in your life?
Never.
We don't eat those things in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're putting mustard on your barbecue. You don't know what the hell.
If little
you're doing
Debbie
now.
didn't make it, we didn't eat it. That's all we knew.
Really?
Like I remember Sturge showed me something that does. It's like dominant up in New York, like those little cakes, and I was like, bro, I never had this in my life. He's like, how have you never had this?
I mean, I haven't. I can't tell you last time I had a Hostess cupcake, but it's the It's one of those things where you used to love them as a kid, and now like you eat them again, and you're like, yeah, it just doesn't hit the same. Did they change the ingredients? And turns out probably not. You just have had better
We
stuff.
always had those chocolate brownies with the little sprinkles on them.
Bro,
Cosmic
cosmetic.
brownies.
Oh man.
The cosmetic brownies.
Yeah, cosmic brownies.
Makeup on them.
Yeah, cosmic brownies. Again, Little Debbie, dude.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, but it's the frosting. The frosting is like plastic and rubber. It's weird. So, all right, we're gonna talk some sports. We got the round 2 of the playoffs. We got a golf tournament. We got Salute Your Sports. We're gonna update our golf guys. We've got all kinds of stuff. We got a few debates we're gonna throw in there like we usually do. So I think, are we ready to get into it? Is there anything else we got to mention? We shout out the moms.
yes.
Go ahead. Oh, that's right. Hang your banner, dude. Oh, you muted yourself. He was in his computer.
And he's a microphone guy. He's the microphone guy. I can't even figure out how to unmute himself.
He's so mad he can't.
You're still muted, dude.
Hold
Fix
on.
it.
What happened? Oh, you can't unmute. There
you
go.
The drum roll and my cable from traveling was a little finicky, so it shut my mic off. Oh my gosh! So drum roll, 2005 spring kickball champion. We took home the ship. We started as a 6 seed. Now I didn't play that many games. Edge's wife filled in some games.
You're one of those guys where you just show up for the play. Okay.
I showed up for the playoffs, and we went 4-0. Couldn't be stopped.
Reverse Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Opposite of Lamar Jackson.
I think I was 14 for 16, 3 home runs.
I heard you
double-digit RBIs.
I heard you had a little discrepancy with the blue, and you almost got kicked out of the game.
I did almost get kicked out of the championship game. But look, let me tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
So we had a new ref for the championship game. They brought in 2 refs for the championship game. And the new ref that was behind the new ref that was behind the plate, he draws a line in front of home plate. And the rule is supposed to be you can't cross that line. Now, I'll be the first one to admit I towed that line because the batter's boxes are so bad because of just like where the little kids dig their feet in. And if you let that ball come back towards past the plate or at the plate, it's going to get bouncy. It's going to be hard to kick. So I try to kick it right at that line. Well, he draws a hard line. I realize that. So I stay back. I know he's going to call me on it. So I stay back. Well, the person in front of me, it was a girl that was batting in front of me. She bunts and her foot steps on the plate. So she's behind that line and she bunts. Now, if you bunt, you're receiving that ball basically because you don't want it to go very far. If you extend your foot, it's going to go right back to the pitcher or third base or somewhere. It's going to go further than you want it, a kickball. So he calls that she crossed that line when she extended. And I was like, do you see that? I called him out on it. I was like, you see that footprint, right? He was like, yeah, that's her foot. So she extended. I was like, do you know how to bunt? Have you ever bunted before? I was like, if you bunt, you have to receive the ball. That's why the ball doesn't go very far. If she would have extended her foot, the ball would have gone far out like she was actually kicking it. And he was like, I was like, you need to know what you're talking about before you make stupid calls like that. He was like, one more word out of you and you're getting kicked out of here. I was letting him have it, dude. I'm like, I can't stand incompetency. Like, know what you're talking about if you're going to be out there doing stuff. And it was a close game. I'm like, I'm not about to lose this game on a stupid call like that.
Gosh, dude.
And no, I get on base. After that, I get on base. And the other ump that was in the outfield, who's normally behind the plate, he was like, what the hell was that about? And I told him. And he was like, why did he call that? What is he even doing? Like, he even knew he even was like on my side.
You went out you're trying to submarine this. You're trying to get him kicked off the playoff committee.
Yeah, then my wife comes out there. She's like, you need to shut your mouth. I was like, hey, tell him to know the rules. Tell him to know how to kick a kickball. Didn't matter. We won the championship.
Champs.
Yes.
Demo said you got to get there early and bring some Sandman. Actually, act like you've been there before. Get it together, dude.
Hey,
Get it together.
usually I miss the playoffs. I was just happy to be there this year.
Oh yeah, how convenient! You get to show up for the playoffs. You're getting ready to travel though, aren't you?
No. PGA Championships in Charlotte, so I get to. It's a
that's
home game
right.
for me.
I was
a home
thinking
game.
Quail. I was thinking Quail or the U.S. Open. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay.
in a month. Yeah.
Let's get to some of these headlines and such. Let's do it.
Wait.
Salute your sports. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, I gotta get there.
Okay, salute your sports and salute the goalies tonight right now because Joseph Wall is playing out of his mind and Bobrovsky has 17 saves. And I just probably jinxed both of them. So stay tuned. I got the game on. If they score, you'll hear me yell. And then I've got bad juju with hockey right now. We're going to get to it here in a second with the Oilers. But
also salute to Clemson softball winning the ACC championship.
Oh my gosh!
And hosting. Whoo.
You got tickets?
I just got the email tonight. I forwarded it to wifey. I'm kind of letting her decide if we're going to go or not. Because it starts Friday night.
There's probably some underlying. Who said it in the group chat? Somebody said that he's probably having to go to softball games in order to keep his football tickets.
That would be J.Vi. Yeah, J.Vi said that. Yeah, funny guy.
You come to the softball regional, we'll let you
10% off your tickets.
Yeah, we'll bump you up a tier for your parking.
We did, however, have so there's a lottery that comes by early in the year to see if you can upgrade your tickets or not. And we looked out last year and got really good tickets. So I was like, shoot, let's go. Let's go again this year. And clicked the lottery. Like I came home literally and sat down. So I had 2 computer screens. I wasn't going to do it on the phone.
Oh my gosh.
And wifey was like over my shoulder and she's like, all right, let's do this. And you had to wait till exactly 1:10 p.m. before they would let you in to see if you could see it, And I'm scanning the entire stadium. There's no seats, like 4 seats where you could get upgraded. And I'm like, of course. Of course. It's always like 1 or 2 seats. And I'm like, yeah, we'll put the kids over there in section G,
maybe in a couple years, not right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Clemson's running that thing with their fans, back in the day, it was like, you don't have to be at summer workouts. Like they're not mandatory, but it's highly, suggested that you're at summer workouts if you want to be a starter or,
Well, see, my thing too is like they keep jacking the price up every year for tickets and they call it seat equity tax. So that the more you pay every year per seat, like the more you pay is supposed to be like that way you can pay for your next upgrade almost, right? Well, if you get in the same seat every year and you're still paying seat equity tax, why can't I upgrade my seat? I don't understand it. It's just another conspiracy. But anyway, go Tigers. ACC champs dude. Again.
Oh, putting it running all over them, dude. All right, before we get into Salute Your Sports, we've got to settle this. Here, I want everybody's thoughts on this. This is a graphic on your screen. You can't see if you're listening to the podcast. It's a tarantula, basically, a cartoon tarantula. And the question is, if a spider wore pants, would it wear them 3 different ways? One is with the pants just on the back 2 legs. One is with the pants on all the legs. One is with the pants just on the legs, not on the body.
See, I wish Texas here right now because I believe that that is actually like the spider's butt, in the back. So I'm gonna go with B because it's got legs and butt covered.
See, I disagree with that.
I disagree.
The old bubble butt,
C's out. Is anybody voting for C?
Yes, me.
What?
I'm a C guy.
Cross.
He's covering his legs. That's what pants do. They cover the legs.
He is not.
Then you wear it around your waist, though.
You don't. That's his. Oh my god.
The thing that's sticking out in the back is his back.
No, that's
The
his
middle
butt.
thing before his eyes is his neck. So B is a dress. B is a dress. I don't know
No,
what
it's-
A is.
Happy
A is
Mother's
like
Day.
one leg.
That's what
He's
I was
like-
gonna go. A.
A is like A doesn't have all the legs covered.
Yeah.
That's
It's C. The
Are they
only
legs or
answer
are they
is C.
arms? Are they legs
The-
or are they arms?
They're legs. He has 8 legs. Spiders have 8 legs. They don't have 8 arms. That's an octopus.
That's debatable. That's debatable. Okay, first of all, octopus has tentacles.
And A
Uh-huh.
looks like he's busting the sag, showing the plumber's crack. So
No, dude, where is genitalia?
I don't know. That's why I
That's
asked
why
where
we need
text
text.
was.
Text would know because if it's
Yeah.
genitalia, that's all you got to cover up. Cover up
It's
the goodies.
C. Final
No.
answer.
It's A. If it's,
No.
It doesn't cover all the things.
It's 100% B.
no, there's no way C. I was like, surely nobody's going to vote for C. I cannot believe all of a sudden on this.
Yeah, I feel like that's
C.
literally crossed old rappers back
B
in the
is
day.
a dress.
No,
Or
it's
it's one
not,
of those
dude.
one of those things that girls wear that it's one leg. Hey, sleeves of socks.
Baseball socks.
B is like what's those things that girls wear that
The jumpers, the bodysuit
yes,
jumpers.
B is a jumper. That's a jumper.
You mean a romper?
Romper.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I meant to say.
That's like the
romper.
dress shorts. Like it looks
B
like
is a
shorts.
romper.
Looks like a dress, but it's actually
But
shorts.
where do you wear your belt at, though, right? You wear it at your waist. So
I don't wear a
C
belt.
doesn't have any waist. It's just covering the legs.
C's out. Well, I don't know why
A.
we're still talking about C.
A is attempting to, but it said, screw the other 6 legs that it's got. B is the only thing that you got where it's covering your butt and it's at its waistline and it's covered on the legs. So therefore, B is the world champion.
But B, the pants are up to its shoulders.
I can't
dude,
help
what are you-
where the
what are you, the
spider's
guy from Up?
abdomen is.
Look, to me, a spider is like an offensive lineman. Like they have no butt. They have a big upper body, no butt,
Obviously,
just
it's
legs.
got a big old bubble
So
butt.
it's C. It's C.
It's got that badonkey donk. It's got that dump truck.
Oh,
C.
dude.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh,
BMO.
what?
BMO coming
What?
in clutch. Yes, thank
What?
you, BMO. Check this out. All
Again,
right, so
This is
Yeah,
trash.
hold on.
dude. Oh, he sent a picture of the
So-
anatomy of the spider.
What?
The genitalia is also in that round butt part for both the male and female, as well as it spinning the web stuff.
Still
Yeah,
So
spinning.
this
organs,
makes
okay.
sense because you're not reading what's at the top.
Hold the.
I said female.
Female
What did I
spider.
just
So
say?
that does mean it's a romper. B is a romper.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Dude, it
Okay.
says breathing organ is on its butthole.
Hey, lips, dude. It's the lips.
Wait, its lungs are in its. What is going on, dude? Spiders are weird. Look. Okay, there you go. So the sternum, the chest is in the middle there. There's no way.
That's
There's
what
no
I'm
way
saying.
you can be wearing your jeans up to your chest edge.
Yeah.
No
But
way.
the round thing where it divides the chest to the butt, like we're looking at the underside of the spider. BMO, what are you doing? Send us the picture of the top of the spider like it's on the picture.
The real answer would be a mix between A and C.
True.
Are you drunk, dude? No way.
If it
Dude.
was halfway down the butt and covered all the legs.
B looks dumb. There's no. You're gonna get too hot in that, anyways. If you're a spider.
So there's
There's no
only
way.
3 sections of a spider. It's the head, the abdomen, and whatever the butt's called for a spider, right?
Dude, have you ever seen that GIF? She said B high waisted jeans. You ever seen that GIF where it says it's gonna be a long ass day, and it's just that person who has their belt.
Old Taylor
basically like,
Swift jacked
it's-
them all up
Oh!
to rib cage.
the Panthers scored. The Leafs are about to leave so hard.
Edge must have done well for Mother's Day because his wife's in the comments agreeing with him.
I just want to know.
Kids did well.
We did not debate this before at all. I did not send this to anybody except for like right before the show. Hey, we're going to bring this up. And we all settled on different answers, which is kind of hilarious. I was A all the way. I thought B was dumb. And I thought C, basically, you're just.
Put a poll up.
Put a poll
Someone-
up for Twitter and
C,
don't
you're
rig
basically
it.
just
Don't
wearing
rig
those
it.
leg sleeves that like all the basketball players wear.
I know.
You're
I
not
love it.
covering any of your goodies there.
Your A is like Allen Iverson with the one arm sleeve.
A is just assless chaps, is what those are. You're like
It's
the team
covering
in
its ass.
dodgeball.
It's
whenever they get
covering
their own
its
uniforms.
breathing butthole lips.
Dude, dude.
The
A
fact that we
and B
spent
is gonna
5 minutes
suffocate,
on
dude.
this
That's
is hysterical to me right now.
and what?
The fact that we spent 5 minutes debating this is hysterical.
Okay, we're done with the spider. So
Season
we
finals.
didn't settle anything.
Put it up. Put it to the poll. America, you had to
I'll
vote.
put it up there.
We expect
Oh.
you to select B.
I love that. That was great. And then I also played a game with my son. Would you rather never? We were playing this in the car, and he was like, "Let's play Would You Rather," and I'm like, I don't even know where you heard that from. So I came up with one. I said, "Would you rather never sleep again, or eat whatever you could for the rest of your life? Rather never have to sleep or eat whatever you wanted." That's the question I asked him, and he said, he first said I would never sleep again. And then he changed it. I said, "Oh, that means you don't want to eat candy all the time." And he immediately changed his answer to want to eat candy all the time. So I don't know where you guys.
I think it depends what point of your life you're at. Like if I was younger, I'd
That's a
probably
good
say
point.
don't sleep because I'm not a foodie. Like I don't really care about food. But now that I like enjoy sleeping, probably choose food.
That's so. I would rather never sleep because then I could just do stuff all the time. I hate having to go to bed. I love to sleep, but I hate going to bed. I
Yeah.
hate going to sleep. So if I could just
Yeah.
never sleep, I'd be fine not eating whatever. I don't care about eating.
I
I like food, but
I would agree with J-Vibe. Back in my younger day, never sleep, dude. Just party all the time.
I will say this. So everybody in my house except for me took a nap today.
I took a nap today.
And I was on social media and I started to deep dive a little bit more into this 100 gorillas versus one human.
I saw that
debate.
you watched those on the YouTube. I was like, who's watching this?
After studying it, I think that if you got 100 dudes that weren't scared, like weren't little JJs about it, I think they could take the gorilla. 100 dudes,
you're right.
100 dudes that were like, if I die, I die.
Yeah.
I think they could
the
take
first
the gorilla.
20 to be like, this is for the greater good. You'd have to put a stipulation.
Look, I say that because some of the videos I watched, again, these are gorillas versus gorilla videos, but 3 or 4 gorillas were able to stop one gorilla.
All right.
So I think.
So how many people are who? You're saying one gorilla is worth what, like 10 dudes, 10 or 15 people?
I was gonna say 5 or 6.
No, one gorilla would be like 25 dudes.
No.
That's what you said. If 3 gorillas took on one gorilla and they won.
Yeah, but
right?
that's what I'm saying. So if you had 100 guys, I think 100 people, I think you could probably go down to 75 guys could do it. That gorilla is going to get some dudes.
25 guys per gorilla.
I just don't think you're just gonna have. Again, you have to have dudes
that gorilla is going to
absolutely...
get some dudes. Like there's probably going to be, I would probably say 15 dudes that die
immediately.
At least.
I just want to know: are we releasing 100 dudes at the same time, or is it
yes,
just like
not
1v1?
That gorilla is going to win if you just send one person after another.
This is not a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
I'm saying like if you're in the Coliseum and you got 100 guys standing in there and they throw a gorilla in there, the 100 dudes are gonna win.
I would agree with that. I mean, you think about, like one person can't lift a car, but you put 10 dudes in there and they're flipping that car over.
Yeah.
So
except that car has like swinging arms and can crush your skull in a matter of seconds.
You go for the throat, dude.
I think a grizzly bear would do better than the gorilla.
Grizzly bears are huge, dude.
I know, and they have claws. Like a gorilla just has force and sharp teeth. Grizzly bears has force, sharp teeth, and claws.
I'm not getting in the ring with a gorilla. So unless humanity is on the line,
you also don't know how to cook a hamburger.
Hey, dude, I'll tell you this. I can wrestle though. I can wrestle.
What?
Actually, you don't want me in there. You don't want me in
there. The beer almost beat you before you opened it today.
Dude, I've seen you bouncing before. You can't wrestle nothing.
She gave me like a bless your
heart.
Not
with your knees.
She goes, what happened? I was like, the grill must be. She goes, oh my gosh, I'm so worried about you. I was like, damn, I've been grilling my whole life, and now I'm I'm on the
The
I'm
fact
on the
that you said
IR.
this on the pod, dude, this trips me out. I would have
Hey.
kept that to my dying day.
Absolutely never. You know I'm an open book, dude. I put a video of me here getting flipped over a grocery cart. You think I care about the grill? Like, I have no shame. Anyways, so would you rather never sleep again, or eat whatever you wanted for the rest of your life? I'm on team let me never sleep again, because
Yeah. I do have a hard time. Like, my wife goes to bed pretty early, and it's like an inner struggle to be like, I should probably go in there and lay down and go to sleep. But it's like, it's so hard for me just to go in there.
yeah,
I know if I go in there, I'll go to sleep, but it's just hard to like go in there
dude, you
because
better
I want to
leave.
stay up. I feel like I'm gonna miss something.
Dude, I love sleep. I'll fall
It's the
asleep
It's
anywhere.
the FOMO.
Dude, exactly. I would like we all laid down for a nap in our house today. I slept for 3 hours. I can't nap, or I'm out. I'm gone.
See, I'm the same way. I can't take a nap. I can't. There's no such thing as a 10-minute nap. It's either 2 hours
No.
or I'm awake. One or another.
Yeah, don't float out. I mean, as soon as I laid down, I was gone, like completely gone. Like if I hit the ground, like if I hit the pillow, it's over. You just count it out. If I shut my eyes, I'm gone. I have no trouble falling asleep. So, but BMO said, do you also never get full and never get tired with these choices? If so, food all day and stay healthy. Yeah, it's like you don't ever get tired. These are you never get tired, and you never have any bad results from eating whatever you wanted. Like there's just you get to pick one. So, but I'm going never sleep, because that way I could do all kinds of stuff. And I could be fishing all night. Like I don't want to go to sleep. Anyways, all right.
That would put me
Sports.
to sleep.
Yeah, right. It's because you can't catch fish. You and Edge, I'm the only person that's ever, like, the whole time we were all fishing one time, I'm the only one that caught anything.
It's because I talk too much.
That's
No, it's
because
'cause you were over there. You didn't know how
it
to
took me
cast.
2 hours to fix the damn rod and reel that G.U.Y.S screwed up. The first cast. I was like, now looking back, I'm still like, well, you're an idiot, and just threw it on the ground and kept fishing just so I could school both of you.
Because I was trying to get out of there.
That was both of us, like, playing a joke on you.
Yeah,
Can you still sleep if you want? Oh, I don't know. That's a good wrinkle. I don't know.
Was BMO our wives? Like he keeps asking questions.
BMO gets all the details. You know that. Nobody gets more details than him. That man is Mr. Details. Okay. Round 2 of the headlines. Round 2 playoffs updates for the NHL and the NBA. Things are getting good in hockey. They're getting real good. Then we have college football is ruined. This is a joke. This stuff makes me so mad.
By the SEC. You have to put that after it.
Yes, and the Big Ten too. And then number 3 is starting quarterbacks by each NFL division. We're going to look ahead to those. That's a pretty cool little graphic. Pretty nice little graphic. So let's go ahead here. NBA, 2 to 3 minutes of NBA. Here we go. So,
and we're done. All right.
Yes. Friday, we had the Cavaliers get back in the series, and it's gone because they're getting beat by 70. So, not going to offer any analysis on that because that series is basically over, and the Cavs stink, and they're the 1 seed, and they're done. Game 3, Denver in overtime beat the Thunder, so they're up 2-1 on Friday, and then the Thunder won today. So that series is tied. Now, Boston beat New York by like 20-something, and the Celtics finally hit 3-pointers from what I was told. They beat the Knicks in New York. Apparently, the tickets there were outrageous, like most expensive tickets of all time. And the Celtics are back in the series 2-1. Last night, no Steph Curry for the Warriors. Ant-Man dunked and took a guy's soul. He's still working on Mike's secret stuff. And the Timberwolves are up 2-1. The Warriors desperately need Steph Curry because they can't shoot anything without him, I don't think.
Is that fair to say that this is the most expensive ticket of all time? I mean, the price of eggs is the most expensive of all time, but it's like we're not bragging about that. Everything's the most expensive of all time.
To date.
Yes.
Well, it's like the whole, it's the NFL stats too. Like, such and such threw for the most yards ever. It's like, yeah, well, they're playing an extra like 3 games.
Yeah.
Of course. Same thing in college. So inflation, I don't know. But basically all the series, I don't know. The Warriors have to win it, and then the Celtics have to. If we're gonna have any hope of some games. I don't care what sport it is. Just give me game. Give me all the game sevens. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like we know like I watch basketball. I know that nobody can shoot threes anymore. I saw like a bunch of stats where people are shooting 25% today through some games, so that sucks. But Tyrese Halliburton's still on his I'm mad about the Olympics tour. Showing
It's
everybody
impressive that the Nuggets could get beat by 45 points in game 2 and then come back and win game 3 by 9.
Wait, what?
And then
The
lose
Nuggets
game 4
on
again.
Wednesday they got beat by like 40 points.
The Nuggets
By-
won on. Oh! I see what
In
you're
game
saying.
2, they got beat
Okay.
by like 40 points.
Well, the thing about basketball is like you can get way up like that, and then the game sucks.
Yeah.
The thing about hockey is like a 3-goal lead that looks awesome. That's not safe. That is not safe ever. So, anything else on basketball?
Nope.
Done. We covered it.
Speaking of hockey, how about a 4-0 win twice on for our Canes and the Jets?
Yep. Well, Toronto lost in overtime to the Maple Leafs on Friday. That game was awesome, 5-4. OT winner. I can't remember who scored it. Was it Rodriguez? No. Who scored the OT winner that game? I can't remember who it was. Oh, it was Marchand. Yes, Brad Marchand with a little flipsy doodah, spinorama, throw it at the net. Just one of those ugly overtime goals where everybody's freaking exhausted, and you just start throwing pucks, and it bounced off somebody and then went over Joseph Wall. Game over. Also, his birthday today, so Brad Marchand.
And how many points do you think have been scored in all the playoffs right now for hockey off of your own teammate's skate, dude? Because I feel like there's at least 3 or 4 of them that's, the goalie just looks at him and say, bro, really? You're like, I'm wore out here. I'm getting pelted by him, and you kick it in.
Rantanen did it the other night. Rantanen had a goal today, too. But, yeah, he did it off of the other night when he had 3 goals, and then we had Draisaitl the other night. So the Jets won 4-0. Hellebuck gets the shutout at home, but he plays really well at home. And then on the road today, he gave up 5 goals.
Well, did they do a whiteout for game 2 though?
That was not they called for whiteout, but it wasn't as white. So we called that.
Yeah.
Said, was the whiteout ruining,
If Dallas is smart, they go whiteout.
Ooh, good point. Good point. Rantanen scored today. The Stars just beat him up and down. And then
great score too, 5-2. Great score.
There you go. Shout out you. We're about to just shout out me here later when we get to golf. Carolina up 2-1. Are the Capitals frauds? That game was really boring. That game sucked. Bet the unders in that thing. We said that though.
Mm-hmm.
So
so far we're betting 1,000. Just knock on wood, but we said the Golden Knights, the Hurricanes, the Stars, even though that series is still young, relatively young. Game 3, 2-1 for Dallas, and then I also called the Panthers. Not looking good right now, but we're going to work on that too.
No, they're about to
win.
They're 25 seconds from tying this thing up.
Okay, so it'll be 2-2. Okay.
What we really need is Edmonton to lose again to the Knights. That game was freaking insane yesterday. Did you see what happened?
I did not watch the Knights.
They scored with 0.4 seconds. So the Vegas is up.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Vegas is up 3-2. McDavid scores to tie 3-3 with just a minute or 2 left. And then Vegas scores with 0.4 seconds.
Yeah, not even a full second on the clock.
Yeah.
You're talking about a buzzer beater is the definition of
Right.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. Kachuk's chirping him on the bench. Love it. Love this. Toronto's trying to – they know. They know, dude. This thing is, oh my gosh, the Leafs. They're sitting there just dogging them.
They're trying to get some mo. They're trying to get some mo for next game.
Riley Smith's goal for Vegas the other night. This is the picture that's on our thumbnail. With 0.4 seconds left, was the third latest regulation game winner in NHL playoffs history. Behind Nazem Kadri from Colorado, which was 0.1 left, and then UC Jokinen, shout out, 2009, Carolina with 0.2 seconds left. I remember old Jokinen. So
where's the goal at?
Dude, for this?
Yeah.
So I put up a Twitter. Also for the Oilers series. This was my fault. I put out a tweet whenever the Oilers were up 2-0 in this game. I was like, this thing's over. It's swept. I cannot believe the Oilers are about to sweep.
2-0 is the worst lead in hockey.
Not 2 minutes later, the game was tied. So I had to send out an apology video yesterday to all of Oilers Nation saying, my bad. I said, since this tweet, they've given up 4 unanswered goal or 3 unanswered goal, and then they lost the way that they did. It's like that. That was on me. I'm talking like 2 minutes after I put that thing out. Boom. The Golden Knights had tied it. It was crazy.
You're not an it's over guy. That's why.
You're right. I should have never said anything. I selfishly, fifth career playoff shutout for Bobrovsky. That's his second this postseason. Wow. Tied 2-2. I love it. So what we need is the Golden Knights to get another one. We need the Caps to get one, and then we need the Jets to not suck. And then we could, oh my gosh, we just have best of 3 series going down the stretch. This can be awesome. So yeah, crazy game in Vegas, and I put up a poll for the Oilers fans. Skinner, like it was a they just let William Karlsson, Edmonton did, just skate right past everybody, get below the goal line, and then dish it to Riley Smith, and Skinner comes way out and just basically slides himself right out of the play. Riley Smith just holds on to it, dumps it, and then Draisaitl knocks it in his own goal. Nuts. So I put up a poll. Everybody seems to be blaming Skinner. A lot of votes on that one too.
I know we said this earlier too, but I love playoff hockey, but the announcers, I feel like, don't hold a candle to Doc Emery when he just starts going nuts, and like I can hear him to this day when there's a tight game, and just watching him lose his mind and like picture him standing up yelling over the mic, dude. Oh
yes.
Man.
Bob Wischusen is really good. Forsland's good too, which I think they did Forsland wrong because they gave him this series, Florida-Toronto, when he used to be the play-by-play for the Hurricanes. Should give him the old Hurricanes, dude. Yeah. Okay, now that game's over. Is Toronto on pumpkin watch? Are they peeing down their legs right now?
They're getting a little tight. That's why they just tried to get the fight to get some mo for Game 5.
The headlines 100%. And the news are going to be – it's going to be something, man. Love that series is tied. Goes back to Toronto. That thing's going 7. There's no question. No question.
Yeah.
But that's what Florida does. They grind you down, dude. All your little speed and finesse players, they will grind them up. Topic number 2. Have you guys seen this?
I've heard about it. I'm just going to go ahead and call it for what it is. It's 100% SEC's fault.
Yep. On 3 reports, and this is Ross Dellinger and all over the internet, a 16-team playoff bracket is gaining support in the Big Ten and SEC. The bids will be SEC will get 4. The Big Ten will get 4. The ACC will get 2. The Big 12 will get 2. 1 group of 6. 3 at large. So I guess they've already moved the Pac-12 to the group of 6. The Big Ten and the SEC could have play-in games, 3rd versus 6th, 4th versus 5th. Where in Notre Dame, so you can go ahead and pencil in that the other 2 at large, so the SEC and the Big Ten will get 5 apiece, and then Notre Dame will make up 11. So 11 of the 16 teams will be called for. Go ahead and call it, which leaves 5 spots for the rest of college football. And I'm here to tell you, this is absolute garbage.
Yeah, I don't understand why we have to put the bids like do a 16-team playoff and just do the top 16 teams. Like,
Yeah.
Don't
If
you
you-
understand? They have the biggest TV contract, so they're the ones that want to sit at the table and be like, "We
yeah,
bring in
and
the
it's
most
with
money."
ESPN, who also has the college football playoff contract.
Like all this stuff just sucks. I mean, has anybody made like a what if graphic for this thing of what it would be?
Well,
if
that's
it
what I
was?
was. That's what I was wondering. So instead of winning your conference and you're in, right? So all the conferences, no matter what it is, and you're in. Now it's saying, okay, you're going to have 4 bids for the SEC, 4 for the Big 12, 2 for the ACC, 2 for the Big 12, 1 for G6, and 3 at large. The other 3 at large are who? If
Notre
they win their
Dame's won.
conference, that's
Notre
what I'm-
Dame's won for sure.
Well, no, but if you win your conference, though, does that mean you're now at 3 at large?
No, that's for okay. We want to get 5 SEC and 5 Big Tens or 6 and 4. It doesn't those are reserved for the freaking Alabamas of this year that were like, oh, are they in? Or are they not in? You guys are going to argue this and that. Like, no, dude, I don't
Ole
want 9
Miss.
and 4 Alabama in the playoff. I'm sorry.
Right.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, like that's like they already have those spots filled. And they're the ones that are going to sit up there and say, see, it was stupid to expand the playoff. It was stupid to expand the playoff because you idiots couldn't keep yourselves from jamming a bunch of teams in there that didn't deserve to be in there. Win your conference, take the top 3, and be done with it. I mean, why do they have to have 5 top? I mean, really? It was fine the way it was. The 18 or the 12-team playoff was fine. It was absolutely fine. Their problem was they have all the TV contracts, so they want all their teams in. And I bet you, I promise you, in a few years, Fox is involved with this with the Big Ten. Fox will be getting playoff games. You can bet it.
Oh, yeah.
100% this is going to be a Fox, just like the NFL does playoffs with all their network agreements, the NBC, you get the first round, you get the second, Fox is trying to get their name on some of these playoff games. You bet.
TNT will have a playoff game. I mean, I'm like, if you're going to expand it, then let each conference winner get a bid. I get it. You might not want to see App State versus Ohio State, but let the boys have a chance to play.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
We've proven we can do it before. I get it. You might not want to see Utah State play Georgia, but let the boys have a chance to play.
But if you do that enough times, eventually the talent will disperse.
100%.
Right? That's
it's
the
already
point.
Dispersing because of NIL and
Texas
transfer
Tech.
portal.
But that's the thing. Like what they're not looking at the future. They're looking at the now, and they understand. And I've made a whole video on this. They understand that the talent level and the competitive level has already the gap has closed. The group of 5 has been beating these teams at about a 1 out of every 2 clip for the last 4 or 5 years. It's documented. It's a stat. It's not something I made up. So they know that. So they have to set the rules.
I mean, football is the ultimate team sport. It's so hard to create a team every single year. And that's what you're having to do now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because everybody's leaving. Like, if you're not playing, you're leaving. If you're playing well, you're leaving. Like, the group of 5 has actually got a better chance at getting a team than the bigger schools. I mean, the bigger schools are paying guys, and they're getting the more talented players. That doesn't mean they're a team. I mean, you could argue, we beat Michigan because we had faster players, but we were more of a team than Michigan was that year.
Yeah.
We had guys that had played together for 3 years at a very high level. They had, those guys came back because they were seniors, but they didn't take us seriously. We were faster. I just thought we were a better team.
It's just let the Big Ten and the SEC go. Let them do their own thing.
Yeah.
Like at this point, if that's what they're going to do to the group of 5 or the group of 6 and the Big Ten and the SEC, or the Big 12 ACC, like why are the Big 12 and the ACC trying to stand at the bottom and be like, let us in. We want to. I'd be like, forget you.
Yeah.
Figure something else out. Just let the Big Ten and the SEC go. Let them have their 30-team mega bowl they want to play for. And I mean, it's just killing the game because they're going to do this and they're going to be like, see, we told you the regular season wouldn't matter. And it's like, yeah, because you wouldn't make letting the conference championship be enough. You wouldn't let that happen. You had to stick your freaking face in there and start stirring up all the crap and then blaming us because you couldn't keep your money out of it, you idiots.
Well, and you've already saw what happened when Clemson won their 2 national championships. They don't have to play anybody during the regular season.
Yeah,
you know, it's so Clemson starts winning
Alabama,
again.
Lost to Georgia State this year, so yeah.
If Clemson starts winning again, or by God, West Virginia stops stealing people's jerseys and starts winning some football games and wins one, like they didn't play anybody. Their conferences are weak.
So there's just all these excuses that they built. They just, I mean, they're like politicians.
Another can of worms they're about to open up too is with all this NIL money. Now players are going to sit there and say, "Wait a second, we're playing an extra 4 games in the playoffs now."
Well, that's what that idiot from Tennessee, the Nico guy, tried to do.
Exactly, yeah. So that's going to be running rampant now through all these SEC schools. Is they're like, now, okay, you're going to pay me for the year plus for the 6 games in the playoff. This is what my money's going to be.
Yep. What do you think is an ACC fan?
It's going to be an incentive deal. If we make the playoffs, I get an extra $100K.
Like the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. But I mean, look what.
I'd rather that because they probably play then.
Look what Tennessee has now, though. They have Joey Swaggalar.
That worked out. He transfers to UCLA. Then the guy from Tennessee goes to UCLA. And then he transfers to where he was. I mean, that was like I saw a video of a snake that ate its own tail. And it turned itself into basically just a circular bracelet. I don't know how that applies, but you're an ACC guy, Edge. I mean, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I was
the SEC.
I was relatively happy with the 12-game system. I also hope that this puts the smoke out about Clemson and Florida State leaving the ACC.
Facts.
Because now it's got more chances than ever to actually get into the playoffs.
Why would Clemson leave the ACC? If they win, they're in.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why
they're the big dog.
That should literally put all the smoke out. That we're ever going to leave. I also hope that they can take California back and take Cal and Stanford back out of the ACC because that's a ridiculous travel to begin with. But I also wonder too, like who else is going to try to join, or who would have the money to try to join the SEC and the Big Ten now if they do go out and do their separate thing, like you were talking about, or who would pay to go to SEC and Big Ten in order to try to get a playoff bid that they otherwise would not.
I just think they're going to water this thing down so much between the SEC and the Big Ten that teams are going to be like, "Yeah, be innovative. Don't be a follower. Be a leader." If I'm the ACC and the Big 12, I'm calling all these Group of 5 schools and being like, "Look, this thing's going south. They're trying to pull us out. Let's do our own thing. Let's create our own league."
SEC's being particular about who they want, though. They don't want to do what the Big Ten, ACC did. They don't want those West Coast schools. They don't even really want Clemson because they already have South Carolina. They want a North Carolina. They want a Virginia
footprint. They want their
so they can have all their states connect on the Southeast.
Let them have Virginia or Virginia Tech.
You know what? Bring back the old crystal ball. This trophy sucks anyways. I need somebody to drop the crystal ball.
Clemson renovated their stadium so it looks like that trophy.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, if this trophy wore pants, how would it wear?
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, idiots. Okay, now, this is a preview of each starting quarterback in each division. So
there's already a flaw with this already.
Yeah.
NFC East, you got Dak, you got Russ, you got Jalen Hurts, you got Jaden Daniels. Who would you
Pitt?
What?
Beside Russ's name.
I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, maybe from Pittsburgh.
He's not from Pittsburgh.
Well, I don't know. I didn't make this.
Yeah, wasn't he a quarterback, Wisconsin, North Carolina State?
traded for, like, it has Carr from Las Vegas. Then it has
Who's retired?
Yeah,
Seattle.
he
Yes,
retired. The
Seattle
Saints don't
has
have a quarterback on their roster with a win in the NFL.
who?
The Saints.
Oh yeah.
What about what's his face? The tight end.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he's
True.
got a W.
So who would you take number one in the NFC East right there?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts
He
all
just
day
won the
because
Super Bowl.
I refuse to take anybody from Dallas.
I don't trust Jalen Hurts. I'd rather have Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is a good pick, though. I'll give you that. But
Give me Jaden Daniels.
but he didn't just win a
Hurts has
Super
already
Bowl.
got a ring.
Jaden Daniels would have won the Super Bowl behind that offensive line and defense last year. Anybody would have run the Super Bowl.
Hurts has got a ring. See, dude.
This BS, dude. This BS. If
Look
Brock
how they
Purdy
get
would
in
have
the
won
Hall
that
of
Super
Fame.
Bowl,
Look
I
how they
would have
get in the
never
Hall of
heard the
Fame.
end of his team carried him.
First thing they say is, does he have the ring?
Oh, this defense. There would not have been an ounce of credit given to Brock Purdy, but now Jalen Hurts with the most ridiculous defense of all time.
Brock Purdy had a stout offensive line, and they
he
decided
didn't even win it, and you're doing
they
it to him.
decided to cut their star center and who then had to go to Miami. So therefore, that conversation is voided. Next
NFC North.
Yeah, NFC North.
Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, McCarthy, all projected starters. Who you take?
I would say golf, dude.
All those guys
who you
are
taking,
trash.
dude?
All those guys are trash.
Who you taking, though? Come on.
I mean, probably Goff.
Yes.
Out of those.
Jared Goff, I agree. I'd probably go Goff, Love.
We just don't know what McCarthy's going to do
Yeah.
yet. You can't go based off of preseason games.
Yeah.
Jordan Love's just not that guy to me.
I just would take him over. I've seen him do more than Caleb Williams.
I would take him over Caleb Williams,
Yeah.
yes, but I don't think he's that guy. I think he benefits from a good play caller and a lot of weapons.
How many receivers have the Bears and the Packers drafted the last few years, dude? Trying to help these guys out.
I mean, the Vikings too.
Facts. NFC South: Penix, Bryce Young, whoever's going to play for New Orleans. Baker. Oh, this is a no-brainer, dude. Baker Mayfield is by far.
I would say Baker too. I want to say Penix just because I feel like he's got a chance in him, but this got to go Baker.
Yeah, Baker for sure. NFC West: Kyler, Stafford, Purdy, Sam Darnold. This is absolutely a no-brainer. This is Brock
Stafford.
Purdy. No.
Yeah, Matt Stafford all day.
He's won a Super Bowl.
You just wait, dude.
I would take Sam Darnold before I even take Brock Purdy.
Sam Darnold was in the same quarterback room as Brock Purdy and couldn't beat him out. Don't give me that.
He didn't have a shot. Brock Purdy is already established as a starter.
What do you mean he didn't have a shot? He had a perfect shot. Look,
he was already established as the starter.
I would take Kyler Murray.
5,000 yards.
I would take Kyler Murray even after they release a new Call of Duty game, knowing that he's not going to show up to games because he'd be playing COD all night, instead of Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy's the best quarterback in that division.
He's the third best
Brock
quarterback.
Purdy's trying to figure out
more than like
if he
200
can get
yards for like 8 straight weeks.
Brock Purdy's worried about getting NIL money from John Deere right now.
Good. He's saving America one farmer at a time. He's America's quarterback. That's what I'm going to start
Brock
calling
Purdy
him.
at Cabela's.
He's America's quarterback. No, that was Quinn Ewers at Cabela's.
You're right.
Okay.
Brock Purdy doesn't know how to hunt.
Oh,
he's trying to save America and then hand out Toyotas.
Man was driving a combine. He wasn't at the combine. He was driving a combine.
Brock Purdy had his offensive lineman help him fix his rod and reel because he messed it up on the first
Purdy
half.
had to get quarterback gifts from CMC to his offensive lineman last year because he didn't make enough money. Oh, he gave all his. All right, here we go to the AFC. Which quarterback rooms?
Josh Allen.
AFC East: Josh Allen, Tua, Drake May, Justin Fields.
Not even close. Josh Allen
hasn't won a Super Bowl though.
Neither is nobody else.
Potential. I'd probably take Drake May over Josh Allen.
Josh Allen has an MVP.
Yeah, Jay all day, dude.
I don't give 2 I don't give an aardvark's anus about
There
an
is
MVP, dude.
there's nobody in this division right now that put a team on their back like Jay did last year.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to
JA's
argue.
going to be
What?
You're
word
just-
on the street is JA's going to be punting this year.
With his arm. With his arm.
Yeah. Yeah. His interceptions are
80-yard
going to go
bombs.
up. They're going to create a new stat, interception punts. Or as BMO said, interceptions inside the 20
That's right.
because he's going to have to punt this year.
He's going to get a stat for high and D's inside the 20. Drake May, AFC East. Okay, in the AFC
Joe
That
North.
was out
Burrow.
of spite. That was out of spite.
No. Give me Drake May, dude. Younger. Less miles. Rookie contract. I can build around him.
Not as good
I
either.
saw the flash. What do you
Not
mean?
even
I saw
close.
flashes last year.
Not even close. Dude, Milton
You're
played
just
better
mad
than Drake
you
May.
didn't take Brock, dude. That's
Hey,
all.
Josh Allen. Run a quarterback sneak the other direction one time. How about that?
I would take Milton over Drake May.
Joe Milton was in the NFC East.
Joe Milton beat the Bills. Drake May didn't. Just saying.
AFC North. Lamar, Burrow, Joe Flacco, Mason Rudolph. What a
Burrow all day.
Burrow. I agree. Give me some Burrow. Well, if it's regular season, give me Lamar. If it's playoffs, give me Joe Burrow.
Flacco Joe?
Hey, playoff. He's won
He's
a
got
Super
two
Bowl.
Super Bowls. Two of them.
Hey, by your standards, by you two idiot standards, give you Joe Flacco.
All right.
All right, AFC South. C.J. Stroud. I did not know it was Anthony Richardson Sr. That's
Trevor
weird.
Lawrence.
Might just have happened.
Trevor Lawrence or Cam Ward, AFC South.
What are these odds?
I have no idea. It must be MVP odds.
CJ Stroud has the same MVP odds as Anthony Richardson, who's
Get outta
competing
here,
for a
dude.
job against Daniel Jones.
Yeah, get out of here.
And is behind, apparently. I don't know. Are those odds? I don't know what that is. I did not make this graphic. I don't know where this came from.
T-Lar.
20 the same odds as Bryce Young.
Well, take him. Bet it then.
Hey, hammer.
Hey, who you taking, dude? Stroud, Richardson, Lawrence, or Ward?
I'm taking Stroud.
Give me
What?
Stroud.
No
Give me
way.
Stroud.
Trevor Lawrence can't stay healthy.
Trevor
Oh
Lawrence is
my
making
God.
commercials.
It's in the past, dude. Stop living in the past.
He can't lead his team. He's got to have a new head coach. He's got to have more wide receivers.
He
He's no
also
different than
just
Caleb
got
Williams and
married.
Jordan Love. Oh,
He's been
no.
married for 2 years, too.
Hey, it's a 4-year jinx.
Oh, God. He just had a kid is what you're talking about. He's just having.
No, dude, it's a 4-year deal.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, BMO says it's draft, pick, and round.
Oh, got you. First round, 23rd pick
No,
for Bryce
'cause-
Young.
No,
Purdy.
because
Oh,
Anthony
baby.
Richardson was picked in the top 10.
What is T-Lar then?
What is 22-7 for Brock Purdy? That must be 7th round.
7th round.
22nd pick. in the
pick. No, there's more than 22 picks. There's got to be 32.
Dak Prescott makes sense because he was 4. Maybe
We
it's
still don't know what T-Lar and you are.
Josh Allen was picked
Lar.
7th.
I don't know. Maybe that is round though. I don't know what the first number is.
Trevor Lawrence, wasn't he picked first overall?
Yeah. Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Was that a year?
21st.
No.
Yeah.
2021. He was
Year
picked
and
first overall.
round. Year and
Yeah,
round.
there you go. Because
Oh, good
Josh
call,
Allen picked in
Edge.
2018. There you
Oh,
go.
Whoops.
Dude,
I'm going the
come
wrong
on.
And then
Bury
Joe
the lead.
Flacco, undrafted, signed to Indiana.
No, he was drafted.
Well, what is you Indy then?
Unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
BMO.
Yeah, there you go, BMO.
See, you're acting like I made this. I don't know, but yeah, that's the year and the round they were drafted. You mean
We
to tell me?
We
Look
look like
at
a
this.
bunch of idiots. We went through all these divisions and finally figured out what's going on. Way to put up your own graphic.
You mean to
dude.
tell me of all these quarterbacks, there's only one that's beyond the 4th round, and y'all are going to sit up here and tell me that man is not a great QB? Yards, that's disgusting. You don't know ball.
Sometimes it helps when you get drafted to the right team.
Shut up.
System quarterback?
Okay, so we all agree C.J. Stroud of the AFC South.
No. Trevor Lawrence.
AFC West. Bo Nix, Mahomes, Herbert, or Geno's. Man.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
We're going to
Geno.
skip that one.
West Virginia guy.
Did
I'm
he-
getting West Virginia back on our side. I'm going.
What are
Geno.
you saying, AK?
Facts.
What are you saying, AK?
I love Justin Herbert. I'm in the camp of I can't quit Justin Herbert.
Okay.
I can't stand Justin Herbert.
I can't do it.
I would go Bo Nix just simply because we all are refusing going Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. So we all picked a different quarterback other than Patrick Mahomes out of the AFC West. His time's done. Look how old he is. He was drafted in 2017. That's crazy.
Wait a second. Let's not say how old he is because there's some old guys up here for sure.
He was drafted in 2017. It's over.
We got
His
Joe
time is-
Flacco in Cleveland right now. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
He was all right. He was
He's-
07, wasn't he?
Matt Stafford.
he would have been drafted in 8 because we
08.
played him in 07.
So outside of Joe Flacco and Matt Stafford, this is crazy. Dak Prescott.
Jared Goff.
Okay, yeah. So Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Derek Carr's done. Matt Stafford, Pat Mahomes, Josh. I mean, that's crazy. Those guys are the old guys now.
Yeah,
That's
the
weird.
old guys. Yeah.
So yeah, AFC West power rankings. Mahomes number 4. We all said it. Okay. Quickly to the Shambles meter. Number 4. That was Salute Your Sports. We're on to the Shambles meter. Number 4 is Shark Attacks. Number 3 is the Browns QB room. Number 2 is the Saints QB room. Number 1 on the Shambles meter is the NIL Truthers. Here we go. Let's go through it. Oh wait, I forgot. This was honorable mention Shambles meter. This was states ranked by how much it would hurt to poop them out by the shape.
This feels
Hawaii's
like
got to be number 1. Hawaii's like rabbit. Hawaii's like rabbit turds.
The problem is I don't know this. You guys are gonna have to help me with this because I don't know the shape.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, why'd you put it up here? Why didn't you
So-
recon it first?
I don't know.
Hawaii and Idaho.
Those are the top ones. That means they're
and
the easiest.
New Hampshire and Delaware, maybe.
Is that Louisiana?
No, are you kidding?
Oh wait, no, Louisiana's the boot. There it is. Never mind. It's on C.
Oh, God.
I got confused. It looks like an L.
No, that's Idaho.
Oh, okay. So those are easy to poop out. Hawaii. The next one, let's see. Tennessee. Tennessee would be easy. Tennessee should be up a notch. Right? That's just, I mean, you could poop
Tennessee,
Tennessee
North
out.
Carolina, Kentucky, Virginia,
Yeah.
Massachusetts, New Jersey, California.
Illinois. I know that's Illinois.
It might be Indiana. No, that's
that's-
Illinois. You're right.
Georgia.
Yep.
Nevada. I don't know.
Alabama.
I don't know that one.
That one's Indiana. That's Maine. Wisconsin.
Let's go.
No.
No.
That's it's one of the northwestern
Vermont.
no, Vermont's that's in S. Let me come back to that one.
Okay.
The Vermont is the last one. You're right. Vermont's the last one because New Hampshire's up in S.
Tennessee should not be on the second row to poop out. That one should be up one. I'm making an executive order. Anyway, so and the ones that you don't want to poop out are basically all the square ones. That would hurt really bad.
Yeah.
All the square ones down there. Who wants to list those off? I don't know. South Carolina was in the kind of second to
'cause
last.
It's coming out fat.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Those are all the Midwestern states, five states: Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, Arkansas, New
definitely
Mexico,
you definitely
Washington.
don't put those out. Are you talking about the ones on the bottom?
Yeah. No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 categories, and then the 6 rankings, and then those are all the ones on the bottom. But, anyways, that's not the Shambles meter. The Sharks are on the Shambles meter because you are 10 times more likely to get bitten by a New Yorker than a shark. So
makes sense.
sharks are in shambles because they were supposed to be the apex predator, and apparently not. New Yorkers are.
100 people or one shark? It has to be in the water.
Is it open water or is it closed?
Like in a tank or
Yeah.
in the ocean?
Is it like open water? I think that's a big deal.
Let's
I don't
say
know.
it's a harbor.
Shark.
You are 10 times more likely to get bit by a New Yorker than a shark.
Yep.
Okay.
What about a New York shark?
I would agree with that because there's some crazy people in New York, and there's a lot of drugs in New York. So
Where's Mike Tyson from?
The
Is he
Bronx.
from New York?
like there was a
Oh,
guy.
is he?
There was a guy the
Ah,
other
there
day
you
at the grocery store just walking around stabbing people's tires in
What?
Charlotte. Yeah, he apparently hit like, this is what my wife said. It was like 30 people, 30 cars. He just went slash cars or slash
Damn.
tires randomly.
Sticky bandits. Sharp bandits. Shout out Marv. Number 3, the Browns quarterback room is in shambles because there's a picture of Kenny Pickett with his tiny hands. That did not go well. Compared to Joe Flacco's hands. And
I saw that picture, and my first thought would be that would be like if somebody took a picture of my hands holding the football and your hands holding the football.
First thought is like, why is Morgan Wallen at Browns minicamp? Secondly, the Browns quarterback room is because every day that goes by for rookie minicamp is basically everybody debating whether Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders is better, which is probably so annoying for Kevin Stefanski and anybody who has to ask questions. So, answer questions. Any thoughts on the Browns QB room?
Nobody's talking about Deshaun Watson.
Done. Other than Deshaun showing Shakira a good time at massage parlors.
Easy. It's a Clemson guy, dude.
That's your guy.
I know.
Come on.
I'm not denying it.
Come on. And then the Saints QB room is in shambles because Derek Carr announced his retirement.
Yeah.
And how long is it going to be until he's on one of these shows? He saw all these people yelling on TV shows, and he's like, I need to get into that. And I don't. The last play he ever had was the one where he dove for the first down for no reason. Broke his wrist. What a way to go out, dude. What a way to go out. And so now the Saints are left with Tyler Shuck, whatever they're Spencer Rattler and Jake Hayner.
Spencer Rattler's terrible.
The rookie is the oldest guy in the room, probably.
You're probably right. He was in college for like 8 years.
There's not a single win there.
Like Edge said, where's Taysom Hill?
He's not a QB. He's tight end.
And then number 1 Shambles meter is NIL Truthers because the Bengals defensive end first-round pick, Shamar Stewart, is not participating on any on-field workout until his contract is finalized, even with the standard injury waivers for rookies. So now not only are they sitting out bowl games in regular games, we've created a culture where they just never play. They just don't play ever unless you give them money. And even then, they probably won't play. That is. And then on the other side of that, Ashton Jeanty got his fully guaranteed contract of $35.9 million and a $22 million signing bonus. And he's a guy who stayed at the same school, played every game, played all the time. And now the backup, Sayer Gaines, money is not everything. The NIL money, that's just pocket money. That's stuff to probably take care of your family. The real money is the second contract in the NFL. So that dude, shout out Boise State for being RBU and doing the NIL right.
That's right.
I love that. We're about to be the biggest. We are a pro Sayer Gaines running back podcast, right?
Yeah. Problem is a lot of running backs don't get that second contract.
Facts.
A la James Cook right now.
Yep. Okay. So that was Shambles Meter. And let's just hit the electric DFS music and just talk about this golf tournament real quick. Okay, the Truist Championship, the final tune-up before the next major, the PGA Championship, which is in Quail Hollow, our own backyard, stomping grounds. We're going to have guys there. Andrew Novak. I think Butch might actually go, so we'll see. Anywho, winner at the Truist Championship of Pennsylvania was Sepp Straka, who's plus 4,500, and he went 16 under, and he won on the last, I think, Shane Lowry
Blew it in the last hole.
Yeah,
on
Shane Lowry
17.
like 3-putted on 18 to
Yeah.
really knock himself back, but he also bogeyed on 17.
You kind of knew it though when Lowry took that drop from the stands. It was like, this isn't going to go well. This is not going to go well.
Lowry just he's been up there close a couple times this year. Shout out to the shot tracer, which was pink for Mother's Day. That was awesome during the tournament or during today.
Yeah, I saw that.
This is shout out Sepp Straka. Actually, not shout out Sepp Straka because I played him in the Masters and wanted him to win, and he was terrible. So of course now
the
he
second
would win.
guy this year win 2 tournaments.
You got it. JT got second. JT's
got a
heating
dog
up
in him.
I know.
JT plays well at Quail Hollow too.
So does Rory. And then also Keith Mitchell. Shout out Keith Mitchell for being the greatest Thursday golfer of all time. They need to get him on a TGL league. That guy can't stop leading golf tournaments.
So real question,
he is on a TGL.
Real question though, is Seth's bag, is it the same one he played in college, or did he just have a big giant Georgia emblem there on it because he's a Georgia boy?
He's a
SEC fans are the Clemson fans of the SEC. They just want their big, Clemson paws or Georgia G right in your face at all times and be like, "Oh,
he went
hey,
to Georgia.
Didn't know that you saw that there." Just by the way, I'm a Clemson fan or I'm a Georgia fan. It's his 4th PGA Tour win. He won the American Express too. He's the second player to have multiple wins this season, other than Rory, like J.Y. was saying. And now I think he's second in the FedEx Cup standings.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I had him right there. Shout out us.
Wow.
Look at Scotty just way down there. He's having a terrible year. What a bum. Also, shout out Andrew Novak, our guy, just chasing down Scotty once he wins the PGA Championship. Let's go, Novak. He finished tied for 17th, I think. He's playing good golf, dude.
Mm-hmm. I will say this. I mean, I'm watching the final right now. There is nobody at this tournament. What are they doing up in Philly? They just not care about golf in Philly?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
You're talking about fans not being there.
Yeah, like there's nobody at this event.
Some of these are just which tournament did I go to where I don't know. It's just some of these holes are really tough to get. It's the first time this tournament's been here, isn't it? The cricket.
Yeah, and it's
thing.
only a placeholder because next year it'll be back in Charlotte at Quail Hollow. They just didn't have it in Charlotte this year because PGA Championship's there this week.
Oh, I thought I had the picture of him with actually holding the cricket trophy. That was awesome. Also, shout out Ryan Fox for getting his first win at the Myrtle Beach Classic. He chipped in on the playoff hole off the green and won. He beat Harry Higgs and Mackenzie Hughes. That was pretty cool.
Hey, Harry Higgs.
Oh, dude, I thought Higgs was going to get it. The big rig Higgs. Most tipped. Straka was the 3rd most tipped golfer at 33-1. Lowry too, 33-1. So people were all over that. I don't even know what Keegan Bradley did. And then the guys for your DFS lineups, boys. This was a nod to me. Okay. Eric Cole finished tied for 34th. You're welcome. EVR finished tied for 34th. You're welcome. Gary Woodland finished tied for 34th. You're welcome. Inverse, Ryan Gerard tied for 43rd. 3 4s all over the board, boys.
Well, my bet would have cashed in at top 40 plus 100.
Oh, you're right. You did. I put top 20. I forgot about that.
Because you don't know how to look for bets. EVR and Stevens were in the top 10 after day 1.
Insert Butch's meme. Take these day 1 pills to call us in the morning because there's 3 days left. Edge, Lucas Glover was tied for 66 at 4 over. Way to go, dude. What's wrong with
70.
You? Just cruising.
What's wrong with you, dude?
He's getting ready for this week.
Yeah, it's cruising.
X. So, man, we almost had a bunch of top 20s there. Not quite, though.
Yeah, way to go, Dallon.
So, there we go. Golf, we're going to be in major mode. I'm probably going to do a bunch of recaps. I love doing recaps on majors every day. I like getting on here and talking about golf at night after we watch them. I love it. So expect that later in the week this week. We'll be talking some golf every night. And shout out Myrtle Beach Classic. Hubs, our guy, Hubbard, finished tied for 7th the Myrtle Beach Classic with 12 under, but Justin Lauer missed the cut. So Michael Kim had to withdraw too. He was having a back issue. So get well soon.
Lauer
Dude.
have been struggling this year, so that was good. That's good to get some confidence back for Hubs.
Yes, Hubs is cooking right now. I think he finished 5th last week too. Hubs is playing good golf. So, anyways, I think that's all the golf talk. Let's get to the hang the banners real quick before we get out of here.
You did it! Congratulations!
Hang the banners. Here we go. Who wants to hang the banner first? I have a few.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Since J-Ball always tries to go first, and we know about his kickball championship. I'll go ahead and hang it officially now for another Clemson championship, aka ACC champions for women's softball, and we're hosting Go Tigers.
All right, you want us to clip that and send it to the Clemson ticket office?
Yeah, do that. Hey, Hip Pay, hook it up.
Look, I know we still had some time left in our NBA talk, and I saw this floating around the internet, which is kind of absurd to me, but I feel like I have to hang the banner for it, even though we don't necessarily always cheer for this guy or even like him all the time.
Wait, time out. If this is another LeBron James with his bald spot, hang the banner. See, you got to give him a break.
It is about LeBron James, but maybe the reason why he has his bald spot because he's been in the league so long. LeBron James has more playoff game wins than any team in the NBA since 1996.
Holy cow.
LeBron James got drafted in 2003.
Wow.
Wait, say that again?
So the NBA teams have had 7-year head start, and he has more wins, playoff wins, than any other NBA team.
Whoa. I think that's some Tom
Pretty
Brady
impressive.
stuff.
That's a hang the banner right there.
Yeah.
That's some Tom Brady stuff.
Yeah.
Huh.
Jordan's still better.
Facts.
Agreed.
Okay, my hang the banner is to the internet because we had a new pope get elected, and the internet did exactly what the internet is supposed to do, which is come up with just some spectacular memes, jokes, all of it. Shout out to the Pope, America, right?
Yeah, we're back.
From Chicago.
We're more back than we've ever been.
I mean, he's a White Sox fan. So,
idiot.
But here's a list of the memes that came out.
They just fired their coach too.
Oh, these two right here. So I've got just if you can't see this and you're on the you're listening to the podcast, I'm going to do my best. It's a guy who's a golfer. I think that's Kiradek Affy Barnrat, who's a golfer, who apparently vapes on tour, and it just says the Vatican right now, and it's just a vape cloud the size of, it's just outrageous. My most favorite one of all the Pope stuff was somebody took a picture of the Arizona Cardinals on draft day saying the Cardinals pick is in. Shout out to them. That was awesome. Next was this guy said the new Pope, Didi said the new Pope has a degree in mathematics from Villanova University. He doesn't understand sin. He understands cosine.
Wow.
That was a really good math joke. And I hate math.
Nerd.
Oh. Somebody said Villanova was on a legendary run. They got the New York Knicks. And they got the Pope. Oh. The Field of 68 said conferences with a Pope, the Big East won. The rest of the conference is 0. This one down here was good from Sidelines NIU. The new pope is Robert Prevost, an American from Chicago. Once again, Northern Illinois takes the lead over the Catholics. Talk about when Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame this past year. Oh my gosh! And then there was a picture from NFL Memes. It says, "New white smoke. A new pope has been selected." And they said Jeff Ulbricht's son has a chance to do the funniest thing ever.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
And then we had a few. We said which day 2 pick will have a better career, the Pope or Shador Sanders. But I think Shador got drafted on day 3.
It was 3.
Yep. But I said how much. We said how much help does Caleb Williams need with the Bears offense? He's got the Pope. Now he's got to get the Pope involved. The other one was Big Dom. We didn't have an American Pope before Big Dom, the Italian, was in the league. So shout out that. But anyways,
why'd he change his name? Why can't he go by his real name?
That's more of the religious avenue that we can go down if you like, but we don't have to. It's just that's what they do.
Leo the 14th.
Yeah. What sign is that? What sign is that?
I don't know.
Dylon sent in to hang the banner for Olympic athlete moms because this one at your kids' field day, they had a parents race and one of them happened to be a Jamaican sprinting athlete. Shelly Ann Fraser Price running in a parents race at school for field day, and she's an Olympic gold medalist.
Wow, she didn't take no prisoners.
She's a good, I would say, 20 yards ahead of everybody, and the race is only halfway over. So,
some of my new favorite videos online are when the moms put on pads and try to tackle their son.
Yes.
That's funny. And I also had an honorary mention, hang the banner, about Travis Hunter, because some lady put out this post that said she had the most wonderful flight home from dinner. She met the nice young man, offered to put my bag over her head, helped me with the tray. He was polite, saying, "Yes, ma'am, no, man." Anybody would be proud to have him as a son or grandson. People walking by him were saying, "Congratulations, great job," or even taking pictures. I turned and asked him, "Who am I sitting next to?" Looked at his Jaguar pants, smiled, and asked, "Are you an athlete?" He smiled and said, "Yes, I'm Travis. I was drafted by the Jaguars." And she told she told her son she wants his jersey. And she said she never would have guessed he was a professional athlete. Good job, Jacksonville Jaguars. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've heard he's a good dude.
I like him. He seems like it.
Yeah.
So hang the banner to Travis Hunter.
Hey, good for him. I did hear that they've got him on offense week 1. So that answers our question.
There we go.
That's why they got rid of Gabe Davis.
Well, people are mad about our Gabe Davis versus George Pickens debate. I haven't read all the comments, but we'll get to them. So, I mean, y'all got anything else?
Nope.
That was a fun show.
Yeah.
That's it. Follow us on all the socials. We're making some buzz on YouTube and TikTok and all this Instagram, all that stuff. Come yell at us in the comments. It's a lot of fun. Just know that we don't take it that serious. So
no,
don't get too mad.
You can say mean things. We're gonna screenshot it and laugh about it.
Yes, it's completely fine. We're idiots. We know that. I don't know all the states' shapes, so it's fun. Like I almost lit myself on fire.
Could you imagine if they're like, AK, you have to poop out a state. What state are you going to poop out? And none of the states had names on them. And so he just said,
if I got it wrong, it'd be like
a state he thought, but he's like pooping out Nebraska or Iowa.
I'd be like, you have to get these right, or you have to poop out 2 of them. And I'd be like, just give me. I would be breathing out of my butthole like the spider.
Yeah.
At that point.
Hey, then you'd be wearing the sea pants.
That debate was awesome. All right, play some music. Let's get out of here. Go Niners. Go Brock Purdy.
Go Tigers.
Go Bills.